With the Senior Bowl behind us, teams are now starting to pick their favorites. I really do feel like this is going to be one of the drafts that you are going to marry best player available and needs. Now, if you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, we are in prime position to turn around what has been one of the biggest weaknesses of this Philadelphia Eagles team. But the question remains, Howie, will you do it? What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today I want to talk about the mindset of the Philadelphia Eagles front office and realistically the Eagles fans, man. How should we be attacking this offseason? How should we be attacking this draft, and so on and so forth? Now, before I get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are back at it like we never left. I apologize for the lull in content, but we are back, and I'm not going nowhere this time. So let's get into this, man. Look, the one thing that we talk about a lot on this channel is options, right? We talk about options and what we can do, what the Eagles can do, but right now there's really only one option, and it is get young. It is get young. Howie Roseman and this front office and this organization has to get young, and it has to get young on defense. Has to not look at the free agency as a place to bolster a Super Bowl team, but look at free agency as a place that you can get somebody that can grow with this team for 3 to 4 years. And that's not saying that they got to be 22, 23, 24, 25. You look at what we were able to do with a guy like Malcolm Jenkins. You look at what we were able to do with a guy like Chris Long, even a guy that's going to be here and be able to help your team grow, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be a young guy. A guy like a Malcolm Jenkins, who's I think he was around 27 when we got him. You look at how he was and what he was able to bring to this team. He was here for a while. Rodney McLeod is another good example of what I'm talking about. Find somebody that can grow with this team that might be a little bit underrated, maybe a little bit underappreciated, maybe a Marcus Williams from, the Saints. Maybe that works, right? But I'm looking for somebody that is going to be here for the long run. I don't want somebody that's just going to make us look good for 1 year, give us a bunch of stats for 1 year, and then he's gone. Let's go out there and build this team. Like I said, it does start in free agency. Free agency, it's about your mindset. Don't just go out there and throw money around willy-nilly. I will say the Philadelphia Eagles have been very good about that, and I think it's to a point of contention. Sometimes we're a little bit upset about how tight they are with their money on during free agency, but they have to be, especially the way that they structure a lot of the guys that they retain on this team. And the Philadelphia Eagles are always been a team that they're going to want to pay their guys first, which is a beautiful thing, right? You obviously love to bring your guys back, but right now there's not many people on this bubble, on this roster bubble, that I'm looking at and saying we have to bring this guy back. Who do you need? The only guy I really look at and say I would love to see him back is Nate Herbig. If I'm being real, I would love to see Rodney McLeod back, but it's not a necessity, I don't think, especially with all the draft picks you have, the money you have. I wouldn't mind seeing a Steven Nelson back, but again, not a necessity with all the assets that you have and all the young players that you have at that position that you can maybe try and figure out if one of those guys can take over and be across from Darius Slay. Nobody in the linebacker room, really wants outside, me to go to bat for them. The guys that are going to be here, I'm glad that they're here. Alex Singleton, if he stays for the low, I'm not mad about it, but I'm not going to go crazy trying to keep him here. This is the time for the Eagles to really hit that rebuild button. And I'm not saying that we're going to be trash next year. I'm saying that we have a nice little core on the offense. Now it's time to find it on the defense. So this is it. This last year, I don't feel like we really had the assets to go crazy in free agency and to really go ham in the draft. We got what we got in the draft. This is a very, very unique situation that we're in. We have 3 first-round picks, 5 picks, I believe, in the first 3 rounds. I believe 6 in the first 4 rounds. You have a lot of picks in this draft, and a lot of good picks in this draft. So whether it's trading back, whether it's, trading for players that you think can fit this roster, or whether it's just picking the right players there's only one plan for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, and I see a lot of back and forth with Eagles fans talking to Eagles fans and, you know, at football fans in general going back and forth on what the Eagles should do with all those picks. There's really no other option but to go young. We can't spend these on a Russell Wilson. We can't spend these on a old, you know, linebacker that could be good for 2 years. We can't. We just cannot. The Eagles are in a position where they are seeing their own mortality, and it is time to try and kick it in the face. We're seeing our age really come to bite us in our butt. We need to find replacements for Jason Kelce, for Brandon Brooks, for Fletcher Cox, for, you know, Brandon Graham, for Darius Slay, you know, Rodney McLeod. All these guys are getting older. And it's time to rebrand and reface this Philadelphia Eagles defense at the very least. The offense you might be able to get away with for another year. Maybe add like a veteran wide receiver and run it back otherwise than that and see what Jalen got and move on. Because I don't think that he's devoid of talent on that offense. You know, I think that there's weapons. I think that there's guys for him to get the ball to. So he just got to do it. I think we got a very good run game. So if you don't, you know, if you decide, hey, I'm not going to go all in on this offense this year, it's all about defense, fine by me. Fine by me, but the Philadelphia Eagles they must. There is no other option. You have to rebrand this team and just revitalize this team. We need a new Philadelphia Eagles, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be very heartbreaking for a lot of us older. I'll throw myself in there. I might look beautiful, I know, but I am a little bit older. You know, us older fans, it's going to be tough, you know, seeing all these guys that you grew accustomed to seeing and you fell for, you know, as a player. That's your guy out there. But it happens, right? It happens almost every 10 years. The Eagles are there. So we're going to see if Jalen Hurts can do it. We're going to see if this front office and this coaching staff and this scouting team can work together to bring us a new Philadelphia Eagles. But I want to know what you guys think, man. I need to know. What do you think about this offseason? Give me your plan. Give me your plan. What are you doing in the free agency? What are you doing in the draft? What draft picks are you going to be trading? I'm going to be leaving the link to our Discord in the comments. It's going to be the pinned comment. So I want you guys to go ahead and join that. If you guys join that, send me your plans and I'll make a full video kind of reacting to everybody's plans. That'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun. If you don't have Discord, hit me up on Twitter. I would still do the same thing. But I do appreciate everybody's, you know, patience with me as far as these videos have gone. Like I said, I am just getting over some, you know, health issues. But I'm back and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. And you know what? The Philadelphia Eagles are going to make me feel even better this whole offseason. So you guys let me know. Other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and I haven't done a video in so long, so I forget that I have to find my outro. But I found it, and you know what it is. Peace!
Everywhere, this is for you.
Yeah. Fly Eagles Fly, and we on the team. Touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season hit, early time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.